Oh, okay. Well, let's do this then.
Intro video.
In the southern Arctic Ocean lies an archipelago of Caledonian granite. Frigid and foreboding, these frozen rocks and sparse fauna will shortly become unwilling witnesses to the rigours of naval combat. This is Northern Waters. Northern Waters is a 42 by 42 kilometre domination style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. The Alpha cap is on the left, Bravo is in the centre, and Charlie is on the right. Capture Area Alpha is isolated from the map centre by 2 large islands along the eastern edge. These islands provide limited cover for radar cruisers who may want to deploy nearby, while a narrow channel connects the cap to the middle of the map. In the centre, Cap Bravo contains hard cover in the centre for intrepid destroyer captains hoping to secure control. Just like the Alpha Cap though, there are islands along the eastern edge that provide at least some cover for radar cruisers to defend from. The scattered islands in and around Cap Charlie create challenges on both offence and defence. Not only do they constrict the movement of battleships in the area, they provide places for lighter units to take shelter behind and launch ambushes from. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Northern Waters.
All right, here we go with Game 4 today. Day 1 of King of the Sea here on North America. Back in the Nimitz division as we take a look at PN and PEEDZ. Now, both of these teams are moving on to Day 2. Both these teams coming into this match 3-0. But let's have a look and see why they're 3-0.
That's a good point. As we see, PN's got triple destroyer going, 2 daring, Shimakaze, 2 Stalingrads, Yamato and Kremlin, and then a Moskva and Stalingrad on the other side. It's actually 3 Stalingrads plus a Moskva. I don't know why you would grab a Moskva at this point or drop a Moskva for a Stalingrad. You know what I mean? Like,
I just work here, man.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of interesting. Then over on the PEEDZ side, we've got ourselves Shimakaze, Summers, and double Stalingrad, double Venezia, Des Moines, Kremlin, Yamato. Kind of what we've come to expect so far, right?
Yep. Now, PN adopting a little bit of the 07 strategy from last King of the Sea with the triple destroyer, sending 1 destroyer to each cap, which means that they're going to get B virtually unopposed here very quickly. There's only one person who can stop that for PEEDZ. That's Just Dodge's Stalingrad, trying to work up next to this island in about, about F6 or so. He's going to be on the opposite side of the cap from Mudhorse's daring. But the island is really, I think, going to prevent him from getting shots. So I feel like PN's going to be able to pick up B for free, as both teams are going to be contesting the other 2 caps.
Absolutely, yes. And it's interesting that Grad Mudhorse pulled forward, and he's taking his time to kind of back in there, because you're right, he's not going to be really that contested, aside from other ships from the other side of the map getting cross-shot.
Now, we just watched PN pop a radar to push Ban CV's Shimakaze back off of the C cap. They took a couple of shots. They didn't get any hits, but they succeeded in just moving him back some. It must have been Crazy Unicron's Moskva in the back there.
Yes, but he's starting to inch back into the cap there, and up. Joster's salvo just kind of convinced him to back up a little bit farther.
So it would seem. Goodness, that guy just took a massive hit.
Yeah. Wonder where
some of that is Apache's Venezia doing. Oh my goodness, Apache just wrecking this poor daring. Somebody just slapped Durok's daring. I think that was the Venezia.
Yep. I think so too.
Ouch, that hurt.
And the question is, was that a blind shot, or did they actually see him?
I don't know. They might have had him radared, because the Stalingrad, that's Just Dodge's Stalingrad, would have had position to get a radar on him. Has the range, I should say, to have a radar on him. PEEDZ picking up a cap here with about almost 4 minutes gone here on Northern Waters. This is the inaugural edition of this map here in King of the Sea. So this is our first chance to see anybody play it at all.
Which means that the strategies are all fresh and new.
Exactly.
Nobody knows what to do yet.
PEEDZ, look at how much firepower they have at A. Goodness gracious. Kremlin, yes. Stalin, Venezia, Summers, Des Moines, all of these ships hovering around the A cap in some fashion. And yet, we talked about PN getting B for free That never happened, Zath.
Yep.
He's just now stepping onto the cap.
I think Mudhorse was taking a long time to make sure it was safe to get in there. And now that everybody is kind of over on the A side, they kind of know where to expect the opposition. And it's very interesting. So if PEEDZ is able to win A and kind of roll up the side there, they also are able to control entrance and exit from A cap. It's a very strong defensive position.
They really are, because Kaiserlich's Stalingrad, his position on the inside of that island, on the south side of A, on the B side of that island, is really strong. He's able to radar Mudhorse's daring at the top end of A and reset him a little bit. Here comes some more shells. Resets him again.
Yeah.
PN does bag the C cap now.
Even the Yamato got a shot in on him.
Yeah. Mudhorse is eventually going to bag B. I don't think they can stop him indefinitely. But he's definitely given up some position, and they're wasting they're wasting a ton of time making him earn it. Crazy Unicron radaring back up there, getting their first look and their first damage into Ban CV Shimakaze on the bottom end of the C cap.
Yep, but he's backed himself into island cover, so
he's got really good hard cover.
It's just a waste of radar, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, all it does is it buys you time, right? That's all it does. Now, there are torpedoes coming in, but I don't think he's going to poke out in time to catch them.
Another big Venezia salvo coming in on the daring here. Direct.
Yeah, didn't see much result out of it, though.
No.
Oh, Mudhorse is getting just absolutely hammered. The other Stalingrad, I think, popped his radar on him as he vacates the B cap.
That was a very costly free cap that he got.
Well, I mean, he didn't get it for free, that's for sure. He gave up a ton of health to get it. But early on, it looked like if he had maybe been a little more aggressive, he might have been able to do it. I wasn't really paying attention to Kaiserlich's position that early, though, so it's possible that I'm wrong.
The ironic thing is, if he would have gone right into that island and butted up against it for the first radar, he probably would have come away with a lot more health.
It's very possible.
Probably would have gotten B cap earlier. But
very possible. Well, PN trading upside down on health a little bit, 40k or so, trading decently, but on a cap advantage, they'll take a lead here momentarily on the strength of that extra points.
And that obviously puts PEEDZ in a position where they're going to have to do something.
Yeah,
they're going to have to come out of A, and the question is, do you come up to the north or do you go off to the south?
I don't know, man. It's a tough call because they're trading so well at sea. Like, to me, it's only a matter of time before PEEDZ breaks through at sea. The forces that PN has holding C are just getting wrecked. And now you see it now. They couldn't hold A. They never had A. The Stalingrad they had playing behind A is now dead, well dead, and they're having to vacate that side of the board completely. So now Klein's Stalingrad is in kind of a rough spot. If PEEDZ wants to push through the A cap, the only thing holding that back door for him is a Shimakaze.
Have a quick look at Crazy Unicron north of C cap. He's about to go down.
Oh yeah, he's been getting hammered for a while. They've been focusing him out. He's trying to escape, but it's not going to happen. Nope, Venezia shells are going to seal the deal. Yep, there it is. There it is.
So losing on both C and A side, unfortunately.
Yep, just like that, PEEDZ up 2 ships. Despite being down on caps, they have a pretty solid lead here. 8 minutes gone. The other thing is, if you take a look at PN's vision, they can only see the battleships, right? They can see the Yamato, the Kremlin, and Just Dodge's Stalingrad. That's all they have vision on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Shimakaze over at A being very, very defensive, which makes sense at this point, but that's denying the team vision.
You know what I feel like their team composition is missing, Zath? I feel like it's missing a Smolensk. With the triple destroyer division, right? Or a Worcester or something spammy-ish. With the triple destroyer division, you have the ability, if you play it right, you play your cards right, to own a cap advantage early on. And that means the enemy team then has to push into you. And that kind of play favors an HE spammy kind of ship, a Smolensk or a Worcester or something along those lines. Something with a radar.
Oh, that's a good point. I mean, if you're going to make a vision comp, you might as well have a ship or two that can utilize that vision.
Yeah. As it is, they're going to really they have no way to prevent these guys from capping B, I don't think. I'm not even sure who's capping B right now. Let's have a check. Who is capping B? It's a Summers.
Blackhawk.
Yep. Blackhawk, Summers capping B, and Klein, Stalingrad may be in a position to do something about it, but honestly, as far as I can tell, Klein's time on the board is numbered, right? He's got a Kremlin crawling up his stern. He can't move forward very far. He's got Summers torpedoes in his face. Where's the Shimakaze? All right, so the Shimakaze, they know the Kremlin is there. Shimakaze's got him spotted. And the Yamato, who is this? Mark Evans Yamato moving to kind of trying to hold that door closed. But it's going to be tough.
You know, it's interesting. You're commenting on that. I was just doing that too, kind of playing left eye, right eye.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that both teams really don't have a lot of vision right now. I mean, they can kind of see their heavy hitters, but that's about it.
Yeah. And now, PEEDZ owns all the caps up 2 ships, up about 200,000 health, if you believe the team meters are accurate. And they're usually close. They're not 100% accurate, but they're usually pretty close. This is their game to lose right now. Unquestionably their game to lose. Convenient Kremlin-sized gap here for those Shimakaze torps over at A.
Yep. Yamato not so lucky with the torpedoes. Taking a couple daring, look like.
They are pushing... Yeah. Looks like they have pushed the daring back into C. But how long can they keep this up? I mean, honestly, if I'm PEEDZ at this point, let them have C, man. And I mean, unless you, just save the radar for when it actually matters. And right now, it doesn't matter. You have a 300-point lead. Oh, I see. They rotated Mudhorse to C. They rotated Mudhorse to C, and they're kind of holding Darroch in between B and C. He's kind of in front of the Kremlin.
Yes. Don't know if Mudhorse got spotted there.
I'm not sure either.
Smoked. I think I see this and I comment on it in my replays a lot. We see a lot of players that will start shooting and then hit smoke after they're detected.
Yeah.
When they really should be smoking first and then shooting.
He is in radar range. Summers bagging Klein, Stalingrad. That's a huge loss. That entire side of the board is literally just wide open. I just cannot see a world where the Yami and the Shimakaze can hold it. Time's ticking away. Less than 2 minutes now before PEEDZ claims victory in this game.
Darroch now going for the torpedo salvo on just dodge.
Yeah, but Mudhorse is spotted here. His daring is going off the board. There he goes. Less than 60 seconds to a PEEDZ victory here on Northern Waters. It's been even faster than that now as they bag the Yamato as well.
Way in the back there. He gone.
Just wall to wall, this map has been just almost all them.
And remember, like Raptor said, both teams are going no matter what. So
both teams definitely moving on to day 2, but PEEDZ's strategy for that map seemingly just much more solid than PN's.